I would have loved to film this in front of my Christmas tree, but alas, I have to hide in here from my kids. Welcome back. My name is Nikki Schumacher. If you're new, I am practically imperfect in every single way. And today I'm going to be sharing with you what I got my kids for Christmas. But before I jump into the video, I just want to say that this is a collab with one of my favorite YouTube channels, A Beautiful Horizon, that is run by Julie. She has a lot of great homemaking, motherhood, homeschooling content, very similar to mine. So if you like my channel, you're gonna like her channel. If you are here from Julie's channel, welcome. And I hope you have fun watching this video. Hit subscribe, hit the little notification bell so that you know when I upload in the future. Julie and I were talking over on Instagram. We were kind of chatting back and forth. And we realized both of us are not really getting much for our kids for Christmas, to put it quite bluntly. We didn't really think we could make this type of video because we aren't getting our kids much. We're kind of more minimalists. We think Jesus is the reason for this season. And we realized, you know, maybe that would be a good video in case there are other mamas out there that are feeling the mom guilt for whatever reason. Maybe you are trying to make Christ more the focus of Christmas, or maybe you just don't have a ton of money this year, or maybe you are a maximalist and you're getting your kids 30 presents and that's totally fine. You know, every family is different, but you just want to see a different way that families do it. So I will jump right in and show you what I'm getting my girls for Christmas. I have two girls. They are 5 and 2 years old. $17.50 I think is what I have spent so far, and might get a few more stocking stuffers like chocolates and things like that, but I think I'll jump into what we got. So for my 5-year-old, she was playing with this toy oven at the thrift store. It was $1.99, and when she wasn't looking, I went ahead and bought it. Yes, it is actually a toy microwave, but she thinks it is a toy toaster oven because that is what we have, and I'm gonna have to get batteries for it. But she was kind of eyeing this at the thrift store. Sorry about the lighting, you guys. I'm hiding from my kids, so this is the best I could do. So she was kind of playing with this at the thrift store. I told her no, and then when she wasn't looking, I kind of bought it anyway. That is number one for her, totaling at $1.99. I also got her an abacus, which is hiding in my trunk, and I cannot bring it into the house, but I will try to post a picture. Those are really easy to find. The abacus was also $1.99 from the thrift store, and we can really use that in homeschool for math, and it's just kind of a fun toy. Next, what I got for my 2-year-old, same thing. We were at the thrift store and she was playing with these cute little whisks, and they were 49 cents a piece. And so I went ahead and bought those when she wasn't looking. She's gonna love playing with these. They do have a toy kitchen. Actually, they have 2 toy kitchens. We're so blessed. But and she's gonna love playing with these, and I'm sure that both girls will play with both toys. I also got for my 2-year-old a little toy, like electric dog that barks. It is also in the trunk, and I cannot cart it through the house because the girls will see me. Next, what I got for both girls to share, which I'm really, really excited about, is this handmade hair tie holder. It is, let's see if you can see. Oh my gosh, so cute. You can clip all their hair bows to it. It's a unicorn hair tie holder. This was made by Fancy Lady. She makes hair clips and accessories, Idaho ornaments, so much more. I will link her Gmail and information below. But I just thought this was amazing, and actually their dad, my husband, is super excited. I got this gift for them. It's a gift for us as a parent so that we don't have to hunt down their hair ties. The hair ties go on the horn and the clips go here, and that is adorable. So adorable. And I believe, and I do not remember how much this was, but I think it was about $10. It might have been $10 or $20, but totally worth it. Beautiful little decoration for their room. That is it for physical gifts. Now, their grandparents, especially one grandmother, does, I believe, have the gift, the love, blah, blah, blah. Now, one of their grandparents, especially, I believe, has the love language of gifts. So they will get other gifts from family and friends. Even if they didn't, this is probably the extent of what we would do. My husband and I talked it over. I don't know if we're going to get the physical one, but we also have decided that we're going to buy the Narnia movies because the girls have been wanting to see those. They've seen the first one and loved it. We like the idea of buying them an experience rather than a thing, and a lot of those experiences can be expensive, like a zoo pass or something like that, and we just really weren't looking to spend that much, so we thought all the Narnia movies, and we could have a nice day in our jammies watching the Narnia movie marathon, and those are wholesome and according to our family values. So that comes out to $17 so far. If I get the Narnia movies, that'll be like 40 bucks or something. We're probably going to buy those online. I don't know if we'll buy them all at once or if we'll just buy them as we finish one. So that'll be 40 bucks, 40, 60 bucks, which is the most we've ever spent. We didn't get our kids anything for Christmas until our eldest was 3, and we just don't see the point. They're little, they don't know any different. We don't really do Santa in our house. Our eldest does believe in Santa. She wants to believe in Santa. We've told her he's just pretend and he's fun, but she wants to believe in him, and that's fine. My background growing up, if you watch my Draw My Life story, you will probably know that I have kind of a ghetto to riches story. I was raised really, really poor. Some years I literally did not get anything for Christmas. And other years I got really good presents, and that didn't happen very often. And a lot of years I got maybe one present. That was pretty much the norm. If you're worried that if you don't go into debt to buy your kids presents that they will feel that they're not loved, that's just not true. You can say all day long that Jesus is the reason for the season, or if you're not a Christian but you celebrate it more because whatever reason you celebrate, because it's fun and it makes you have a warm heart because you're with your family, whatever. You can say all you want. The reason for the season is to spend time with your family, to remember Christ, and that he was born as a baby, that God came down in flesh, but actions speak louder than words. Put your hand on your cheek. Did you put your hand on your cheek, or did you put your hand on your chin? The truth of the matter is, I can tell my kids all day long that Jesus is the reason for something, but let's just be honest, they're going to remember the gift. That's what they're going to hold on to. And I noticed that early on, that as a kid, you know, because my parents just did the best they could. They could not afford to give me much. That my siblings and I got it, and our peers maybe didn't get it. We noticed that early on, and I just kind of filed that away, that even though I didn't love being poor, I did appreciate that. I don't know, it really made me think. And I hope this doesn't sound prideful. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to end this. Mommy's making a video, honey. I can't open the door. Oh, I'm gonna have to end this video because, oh. She's sad. She wants mommy. I'm gonna have to end this. I don't want them to see the presents. I'm gonna put them away. Actions speak louder than words, and your posture really does affect your psychology. So I just filed that away, and I would never ever want them to go into debt for presents. And my husband and I, we have purposed that we just wouldn't go into debt for anything that wasn't like an emergency, like a medical emergency. We wouldn't. Not for a vacation. The book that we believe in as Christians says that debt is a very unwise thing to do. It's not a sin, but it's super unwise. So we wouldn't do it unless it was an emergency. So we don't have a car payment. We don't have any kind of payments. This year, actually, we're doing better financially than we ever have before. We have quite a bit of cushion. But then again, you know, you want to save a certain amount of cushion so that if there's an emergency, you don't just go right back into debt again. And we just want our kids to appreciate what they have. If they want something more expensive that we don't really feel right about buying them, they can work. Especially our 5-year-old, she can work and figure out how to earn it. She bought herself a play kitchen last year when she already had a play kitchen, but it didn't match her room. So she wanted one that matched. And I said, well, you can earn it, and she did. So, oh, and I do want to clarify, if you love making this season all about gifts, that is totally fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Every family is different. If you want to spend hundreds of dollars on your kids for Christmas, you totally have the right to do that. This is not a judgment call, but it is just to show you that you can do it a different way if you are wanting to. Your kids won't hate you. I think sometimes we put more pressure on ourselves than our kids do, if that makes sense. Yeah, one year my mom literally, they had zero money and she stayed up all night. She made a cardboard dollhouse for my sister made out of cardboard boxes. But she is an artistic genius with a hot glue gun, and she hot glued padding onto the side with fabric over it. So it looked like a fabric dollhouse, but it was cardboard. And my sister loved that thing, played with it. She crocheted me a wedding bride doll with just different things that she had laying around. And those presents were precious. There were Christmases where we got nothing because our dad was a single dad, and he was the typical very masculine guy that, you know, he just wanted to make sure that food was on the table and that we were provided for before presents were bought, and I so appreciate that. I would hate for him to spend his paycheck on presents and then we don't have the light bill paid. So I really feel that he, oh my gosh, sorry, my nose is itchy. I really feel he had his priorities right. There was another Christmas, or this might have been one of the same Christmases. This might have been one of the same Christmases where my only presents were from my friend's parents. So Stephanie Sherrard's parents, Gail, Jay, got me a pillow. I think this was in 11th grade, and that was my first new pillow. That was mine, that I did not share. Like my sister's head on one side, my head on the other side. She got each of us a pillow, so we had our own. And then I believe my friend Amanda Van Zelf's mother, Debbie, well, probably her father too, Debbie and Roger Van Zelf, they gave my sister and I both bedding, like a sleeping bag. And I loved that. Like, I felt so blessed to have new bedding that no one had slept in before. Just very, very grateful. So I think even though I do have a lot more money than I did growing up, I appreciate the experiences of just not having so many presents. Really, I saw that push out the meaning of the season for my friends. I even saw some of my friends complain that their parents didn't get them good enough gifts when their parents had spent like $100 each kid. I just kind of filed that away. Even as a kid, I recognized, okay, so if I have more money when I grow up, which I do, thank the Lord, I want to kind of design some of these experiences for my kids to make sure that they're not overloaded. And even when my relatives send my kids presents, I don't let them open it all up on one day and make the whole day about presents and overload their little brains. I spread it out. So I might let them open one each day of Advent or each day of the 12 days of Christmas. So hopefully that gives you some ideas, and I hope you're having a Merry Christmas. I hope you are blessed, you are good, you are precious, grace and peace. Oh, my brain is fried. I should really eat protein before I record these things.